When you are allowing yourself to attach to an outcome, to attach to a goal, to attach to something, someone, whatever the case may be, you are completely neglecting the world that you are creating for yourself. When you are attached to that outcome, that someone, that something, whatever the case may be, you are allowing yourself to become attached to that world, a world of just that. You can have those other things within your world, but don't allow them to become your world, another world outside of yourself. Allow yourself to really think about all of the things that you are building from within in order to get to that goal, in order to live that dream. You are developing something within yourself in order to get there, whether that be consistency, pushing past your limits, hard work, creativity, whatever the case may be. You are allowing yourself to evolve and to build something from within in order to get to that destination, in order to get to that goal, in order to get to that place, in order to get to wherever you'd like to be at. You are allowing yourself to shift and evolve from within. And when you choose to focus in on all the incredible growth that you are developing from allowing yourself to go after this goal, you are choosing to detach from the outcome. You are choosing to focus in on yourself and all of the excellence that you are creating and all of the excellence that's going into this process, into your world, and you're allowing yourself to see what then shifts from you going into that mindset. I will never forget, I was listening to this podcast with Jay Shetty and Deepak Chopra, and they said, when you focus in on the excellence, that's when you start to see the success. When you focus in on the excellence, that's when the success comes, not when you're constantly thinking about the outcome. What about all the excellence that you're building from getting to that outcome? What about the consistency, the hard work, the creativity, the evolving as a person? All of the lessons that you are learning from allowing yourself to get to that outcome is exactly what the outcome is about, because then when you're at that outcome, you've taken all of these jewels with you to then develop a whole treasure chest. A treasure chest is nothing without the jewels and the gold inside. And you get all of that gold and all of those jewels along the way as you pick up different lessons, as you learn new things about yourself, as you meet this person, you meet that person, you gain this opportunity, you gain that experience, because then you know when you get the treasure chest what to do in order to get more treasure and build another treasure chest and then another treasure chest. When arriving at that outcome, what's most important is how you got there. So, detach, focus in on yourself, and watch what shifts. Because if you've been doing the opposite of that, what's the harm in trying this? What's the harm in trying to detach, not think about the outcome so much, but really focus in on yourself and all the excellence that you are developing from within, all of the things that you are building from getting to this incredible outcome? Because you will get there, but have fun along the way. Have a good time. The way you treat yourself is an energy. It's an energy that can be felt by other people. It's an energy that can be felt from you because that dictates how you feel within. And it's an energy that can be felt by the universe as well. So focusing in on yourself and really focusing in on the things that you are building for yourself is going to benefit everything around you. You're going to be building up your self-love, your confidence, learning more about yourself and what you need, what you like, what you don't like, what you truly want for your life. The people you happen to bump into just align with you, and the opportunities that you encounter are just perfect for you. And I know this because recently I've been choosing to detach more, focus in on myself, and see what shifts. And so much has shifted within my life because I don't think I've ever been this detached. I don't think I've ever been this focused in on myself ever in my life. And I'm living in a completely brand new, different way than I ever have within my life. Like, it's just like a whole new slate. And it's exciting. And you know what? It may be a process to get there for you. It was for me too. But once you get there, once you get to that spot where you're detached and you're focusing in on yourself, seeing everything that unravels, it's like, wow. Wow. I needed all of that rockiness to really enjoy these smooth, big waves, if that makes sense. But when you are going through this process of really detaching, focusing in on yourself and seeing what shifts, don't beat yourself up for maybe having some trouble getting to that point, because maybe for most of your life you've been extremely attached and focused on everything outside of yourself. Maybe that's been your journey for your whole life. So it makes sense that it's going to maybe feel different, feel difficult at first. Anything can change. You can become accustomed to anything. Anything. But getting there, it may feel off. It may feel different at first, but that's only because you are emerging and you are evolving. You are becoming, and becoming doesn't happen like that. You're entering this new timeline. It's not going to feel like normal at first, and that's okay. I used this analogy before in a different video, but it's like getting new wings. Like, it's going to feel different. You got to learn how to fly. You got to learn how to jump. You got to learn how to utilize your new wings, but they're yours, and no one can take them away from you except you. You're the only person who can stop yourself from flying. You're the only person who can stop yourself from getting new wings, entering a new timeline, shifting into a new direction. You're the only person. You are in control of that. And I know that can be hard to feel or agree with if you find yourself in a circumstance that feels unchangeable, but there is something that can change, and that's your mindset. And it can be difficult to change your mindset when you're in an environment that doesn't feel safe, but you can push yourself past the limit. You are capable of anything. I recently just went to this summit, the Wellness Summit by Lewis Howes, and I had never heard of David Goggins before I went into the summit. Came out, loved David Goggins, his interview, his conversation that he had with us was just incredible. Like, he has pushed past limits so high, and he's in his conversation, he's like, but I'm just like you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can do this too. It's not just me. I'm not the only one with superpowers. I'm not the only one with wings. You can have them too. It's really just up to you. Just because you see someone else live a certain story doesn't mean that it has to be your story. Like, oh, this person did this by 25. Oh, this person did this by 28. Oh, this person did this, but they were like this age, or they were this way, or they came from this background, or they were this type of person, or they were this type of... It doesn't matter. It does not matter. That does not limit you from being able to get to a certain place. You can start from anywhere, like anywhere. It does not matter. So don't let someone else's story dictate your own story. Your story is completely different. Doesn't have to be that way. You can allow yourself to get inspired by something, but don't get discouraged if it's not in the same setting as you, if you're not in the same scenario, if you don't have the same opportunities. You can get different opportunities. You can have different experiences. You can create a different story. It doesn't have to be identical to those that you are inspired by. Your story can be different. But anyways, remember that you are completely capable of becoming the authentic, best version of yourself, and that everything is always working out for you, no matter what it seems like at any given point in time. Thank you guys for watching, listening, and I will see you in the next video.